Hi guys, I'm off today and I'm taking a walk. It's beautiful out. I'm going to turn the camera in just a second so you can take in the view while I'm walking. Because I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my heart for a little while now. And it's regarding the human connection and what it means to be human, as well as society and its demands on our humanity. Okay, here we go. Welcome to my hood. It's nothing like when I was a kid, I'll tell you that much. Florida used to be full of citrus groves and palm trees and pine trees and all kinds of creatures. And of course, because of the fact it's become a popular tourist destination and a lot of foreign entities own properties and developed here in Florida, especially waterfront, condos and other things. Plus the Flag Corporation of Scientology owns a lot of especially historic sites, especially in my hometown of Clearwater, which is their hub, their home base. And you know, they've taken up all the pristine prime waterfront spots and call them wellness retreats, and everybody gets 5-star service, except the locals, of course, you know, the lifeblood of this community, such as myself. Oh, I got a friend coming out to visit me. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Why are you wandering free out of your chicken coop? There are vehicles on this road and they're not friendly to feathered friends like yourself. Oh, you're so cute. I got to see chickens when I went to Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago, because my friend has chickens at their home garden / farm. It's really cool. Have a good day. So things like that, you know, we got chickens that got to cross concrete paved streets, and we are just wiping out this in exchange for this. That's cool. I love when people go all out with their decorations. It livens up the neighborhood. Oh, look at that guy. Anyways. Oh, my friend. Oh, we got more friends over there. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, how cute. I love all avian species. They're probably, avian and feline are probably my top 2 favorites. Not that I'm choosing favorites. I love them all. Okay, so where were we? So yes, their home ends up that. I mean, come on. We could have that or that. And unfortunately, what is making our decisions for us anymore is convenience, because of the demands that society places upon us. For myself, for instance, I work a full-time job, 10 hours a day. I live with my aunt who is elderly. I have household demands on top of that. So I don't get a lot of free spare time, especially free spare time that I'm not exhausted. So I might grab something quick to make for dinner, pop it in the microwave, knowing consciously that I'm making unhealthy choices for myself. Yet, due to the exhaustion, I don't have the wherewithal to cook meals like I did when my boys were young and feed 5 people in a house and do all the dishes afterwards. Like, I just don't. I'm being honest. And that's another reason I stand against this system, is because it is a system of convenience. You can push a button and have DoorDash at your door 10 minutes later with your McDonald's. Or we could grow our own food and cook meals again and step back from this oppressive debt system of slavery that we all here in the free United States of America, we all have to go to work every day just to survive. And many people can't even get a job, or they're homeless and are stuck in that system, which I've talked about many times before. Being someone who is just barely keeping my head above water enough to not be in that situation again. So anything that I speak about on my channel are things that are very personal to me, because I've either experienced it firsthand or someone who is near and dear to me has, and I've witnessed it. Either way, society and its many temptations of convenience and luxury and decadence are destroying organic life, as well as the human connection. When this internet turned on in 1984, and everyone started connecting to the internet, the human connection experienced a major disconnect. And that disconnect has only grown in these last 30, 40 years. But the speed at which I've personally watched it transpire over these last few decades is frightening. I think back just in my lifetime, I'm not even 50, so we'll say in a half a century, I was a kid who was riding my bike outside after school, taking driver's ed in high school, learning how to write cursive in elementary school, creating things like crafts and having access to art and nature. And growing up in Florida, I mean, as a kid, I was either always at the beach, in the pool, or at some nature-filled park. And things like that. Unfortunately for kids of today, they don't have free access to things like that anymore, because most of their parents can't afford it. And unfortunately, things that were free in my childhood now cost an arm and a leg, such as Clearwater Beach. It used to be listed in the top 10 beaches in the entire United States for how pristine white sands, gorgeous horizon view, everything. I have an old Polaroid of myself when I was probably 8, 9 years old, standing on Clearwater Beach at Pier 60 on the sand right next to the water, and you could see the whole skyline behind me. Now it's all towering condos and hotels. So the time that we're currently in now, most people are stuck on screens and they're not allowing themselves even to come in contact within a 6-foot space of anything organic in nature. And that is very sad, because just by me being this far away from these healing physicians right in front of me, I am actually receiving a healing in nature by doing nothing more than standing in their presence. Look, it's confirming it. And gratefully, lovingly accepting it. And that's what they do. It's a beautiful cycle. They give off carbon dioxide or oxygen, and we give them carbon dioxide. So when we breathe out, I am giving them life. And when they breathe out, they are giving me life, as well as filtering and cleaning the air, which, as I just showed you a moment ago, we really need. So when you see the trees waving in the wind, such as that, they are filtering the air that you breathe. So a nice little thank you would be awesome. That's just my mom 2 cents coming in right there. You're very happy now. So, you know, when you reciprocate love back to the planet that gives you every single thing you need to sustain your life for free, in abundance, gives you the air you need to stay alive, the water you need to stay alive, the many foods, aka medicines, to stay alive, and Mama Earth asks not a thing in return. Pretty good mama, if you ask me. Yet humans, for some reason, have a hard time grasping this concept, because for some reason they just can't take care of her like a mama. They want to just destroy, build, pollute, deforest. And when is enough? Because at the rate we're going now, that's the future. Just gray, concrete, buildings, everybody with ventilators on because there's no more clean oxygen to breathe. They're selling little 4-ounce cups of water for $1,000 on the street because there's no clean water anymore. I mean, what kind of future? What are your conveniences that are convenient to you now worth losing, or your descendants losing in the future? Because that's what it's coming to. And I'll share another complaint, just as in being a Floridian, it's hot down here in Florida. For anybody who hasn't made that connection yet, it is hot as hell in Florida most of the year. We really need our trees. And the fact that most of them have been cut down for the next condo, the next casino, the next hotel, the next car wash, whatever their next thing is. Well, now when we walk on all these beautiful nature trails at all these protected wildlife parks, we don't have any shade. It's hot, so nobody can even enjoy it. When we're driving and sitting in traffic on every road because the congestion in traffic is so bad from all the relentless tourists, there's no shade on the roads, so we're sweating in our cars. And especially people like me who unfortunately can't afford to get their AC fixed in their car. So it's not a fun ride to work every day. And I think, wow, all the trees, even from my childhood, that were lining the roads everywhere, if they would have just left them, these trips would be bearable in this weather anymore. But they don't, because that's all they know how to do. Destroy. And see, that's being in a dualistic system, a binary system, a polarized system, you know, hot, cold, up, down, left, right, black, white, things like that. We're either creating or we're destroying. There's no two ways about it. That's the two options. And I see a lot of money, and I'm talking big money. Big money. Oh, let me not forget all the iron and steel and aluminum gating around any natural waterway so that the public doesn't get next to it, doesn't have it, against city ordinance. Here's some organic nature down there. Look at those. Oh, the beauty. Right next to that. So, the new thing in the news is a brand new ballroom for the White House. Meanwhile, the government's still shut down and all. I mean, come on. Money going to this country, money going to that country, billions of dollars. I'm not talking a couple bucks. Billions with a B. Billions of dollars going elsewhere. And then they want to talk about importing beef from Argentina. I'm sorry, I thought I lived in America. Isn't this America? Isn't that an American stop sign right there on an American street with an American citizen on a camera in front of American landscaping? So why are we not investing in our local farmers who need the help desperately right now? And community by community, feed our communities with our local family farms. But they want to spend the money to import beef all the way from Argentina in another country. Pardon? The sad and unfortunate thing for Florida live oaks, as well as palm trees, is like human beings, we are social creatures and we like to be in our tribes, our groups, our crews, our cliques, our networks, our packs, our prides, our communities. That's another thing about Clearwater. There's no culture here anymore. This used to be a laid-back, cruising beach town. Now it's filled with either people in their uniforms going to and fro to the flag buildings to recruit other followers to their Scientology cult, or it's mad tourists everywhere, most which come from other countries or big cities who want to get away to the beach and the relaxed slow life. Only it's not that anymore, because they're all here and they've all infiltrated here, and our land here has been bought and sold and traded to the highest bidder by each and every clown that's taken office here. Nothing to the locals, who are the lifeblood of this community, who live and work and can't play anymore in our backyard because it's all VIP access, gated communities, only for golfers, only for pickleballers, only for Scientologists, only for rich tourists who can afford $1,000 hotel rooms. So when I was a kid and you went to Clearwater Beach, you didn't pay to park unless you wanted to be right up front. Then you put your little quarters, yes, 25 cents for a half an hour, into the little machine. And you'd run back to your car later in the day. You'd put another maybe $1 in quarters, 4 quarters in there, and you'd have parking again. The company I work for is really good to their employees, and they take all of us on a company paid trip every quarter. Nothing extravagant, but this year they went to Busch Gardens for the Howl-O-Scream event. I did not go because I couldn't afford it, the parking. Come to find out, it was $30 just to park your car in a spot where it's going to sit the whole time that you're inside the park. $30. I don't live in that world. I budget shop. My car is literally held together in a couple places by duct tape. And I use everything that I have and take the best care of everything I have because I've been homeless and I've had nothing. And I just can't throw $30 out the window to park my car. There was other things, but I lost out on a company trip, which was, park was paid for and everything. It would have been a great time, but things like that. We work and work and work and work and work, and yet there's no discount for residents. Or, you're a Florida resident, it should be free for you. Your tax dollars keep us going. But they don't do that. We just get shit on over and over. And I look at my city, what used to be beautiful Clearwater, that's the name, Clearwater, okay? That should paint a really nice picture of a beach town, right? This is one of the nice parts that's left. Hacking trees for the sake of their power lines. Spraying shit every day. So there's never a sunset to behold anymore. You get a glimpse, you get a tease of it every day. The fake clouds part for just a second, and then it shines through and it's magnificent, and then the cloud wall reconglomerates and blocks it again. So I just wanted to put this video out because I am a huge advocate for the underdog. Anyone who is defenseless or cannot speak up for themselves, who is suffering. I kind of feel like that's my calling in a way. And especially those guys, you know, the feathered, the furry, the scaled, the winged, the ones with tails, the ones that swim, the ones that fly, the ones that crawl. Ooh, I love them something fierce, wild and domesticated. Something fierce. Oh, I should have said leafy. These guys, let me tell you what. Whew. Yes, I hear you. So, I just wanted to share what's been heavy on my heart lately. Oh, noise pollution too. I forgot to add that, since now we have jets flying by. But you know, nobody talk about the white elephant in the room, WAR. Let's not go there, anybody, and let's not get real about the kind of world we're actually living in today, which will sell you or sell you out for a penny. And I don't want to see this planet destroyed anymore. And the more artificial we become as people, as individuals, living our fake society dictated lives, wearing clothes that aren't natural to the human body, being in environments that are harmful to the human body, or eyes or ears, all of it matters. It's like walking into a different world when you walk under this canopy right here. An old world that I do not want to see disappear. So, really start asking what your conveniences and luxuries are really worth to you, and what you're willing to risk losing in order to have them. Because it's difficult when we become accustomed to our disposable society of just use something once and toss it away. Never mind all the plastic and everything else in landfills and on fire in the Pacific Ocean. Never mind the Amazon being depleted so that everybody can one click have their Amazon shit at their convenience. We really got to start asking ourselves these harsh questions and being real with ourselves, because Earth is a fragile mama, and if this environment gets any more toxic, she will react to maintain natural balance. That's the way of the universe. Have a great day.